Welcome everyone to the University of St. Francis Hutzell Athletic Center for the 2014 Crossroads League Tournament Championship game that pits the number one team in the country, your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars, 32-0 on the season, against the number 10 ranked team in the country, the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, who come in with a 26-6 record overall. Indiana Wesleyan comes in as the reigning NAIA Division II national champions when they beat Davenport a year ago over in Sioux City, Iowa. IWU comes in as the number 3 seed in the Crossroads League Tournament. The Lady Cougars, the number 1 seed. St. Francis knocked off Spring Arbor in round 1, 66-51. Indiana Wesleyan hosted Taylor and beat the Lady Trojans 59-37. Wesleyan then went on the road to take on Huntington and won it 71-60. St. Francis stayed here at home and beat Marian 106-77. Once again, this is a repeat of last year's Crossroads League Tournament championship game. A season ago, the Lady Cougars winning it 54-48 in Marian, Indiana at Lucky Arena. This is the 67th overall meeting between these two schools, starting back with the 1976-77 season. This is the 12th meeting for St. Francis against Indiana Wesleyan in the conference tournament. IWU leads the overall series 37-26. They also lead the conference tournament series 6-5. St. Francis head coach Gary Andrews is 13-23 all-time versus Indiana Wesleyan. Of course, this season, St. Francis first as a number 4 ranked team in the country, taking on the number 1 ranked team in the country, Indiana Wesleyan. St. Francis won it back on December the 7th here at the Hutzell Athletic Center, 85-76. The Cougars then traveled to Lucky Arena back on February the 1st. St. Francis, the number 1 ranked team, Indiana Wesleyan ranked number 4. Cougars winning it 73-57. One thing that is really glaring in those two wins for St. Francis against Indiana Wesleyan is what they held the Wildcats shooting from the field. In the first game, Indiana Wesleyan shot 35% from the field, 41% from beyond the arc, and 72% from the free throw line. In game number 2, back on February the 1st, St. Francis held Indiana Wesleyan to 34% shooting from the field, 16% shooting from beyond the arc, and 53% from the free throw line. Indiana Wesleyan on this season, the Wildcats are shooting 45% from the field, 35% from beyond the arc, and 72% from the free throw line. So obviously St. Francis really holding them underneath their average all season long. We send it down to Bill
Jeff,
Scott.
We've got Coach Gary Andrews here before tonight's big Crossroads League Tournament Championship game here tonight at Hutzell Athletic Center. Come on out, there's still plenty of room. Your thoughts on tonight's game, Gary?
Should be a great one. Wesleyan's a great team, plays great defense, got a lot of girls that can score, and should be a battle. Usually is when we play.
This is just for fun tonight. We're both going to Sioux City, so let's just play loose and have fun, right?
That's what I told the girls, just go out, try to win a championship, and we still got a lot to play for there. I told the kids we've been working hard for 5-6 months. We want to try to get a championship, so we're going to come out and play hard.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you, Bill. That's our sports information director, Bill Scott. Always does such a fantastic job pulling together all the stats for all the media here at the Hutzell Athletic Center. It's something that we're blessed with here in the city of Fort Wayne, to have so many media outlets coming to cover our games. News Channel 15, and their sports anchor Glenn Marini was here earlier shooting a little teaser for his sports segment at News Channel 15. So very blessed to have all of them a part of the University of St. Francis athletic department. And you heard Coach Andrews talking about all the scores, all the players that Indiana Wesleyan is going to bring to this game. Certainly, after missing, I believe it was Claire Ray, and I believe it was Paige Smith, their two stars from a year ago. Wesleyan really just reloading this year. They're led by Taylor Gosher, who averages 13.4 points per game, 32.2 minutes played per game. Katrina Blackman, who got some recognition all Crossroads League. She averages 10.2 points per game, 27.5 minutes per game. Emma Stahl, the point guard, 30.8 minutes played per game, 9.3 points per game. And Hutzell Athletic, averaging 19.1 minutes played and 7.9 points per game. Once again, last year, Paige Smith, just an unbelievable player for Indiana Wesleyan, and Claire Ray led these Wildcats to a national championship in Sioux City, representing the Crossroads League in a huge way a year ago. Wesleyan's coached by Steve Brooks. He's in his 15th season. St. Francis Gary Andrews in his 13th season. Both coaches are among the winningest active coaches going right now for their respective institutions. Projected starting lineups for today's big game. For Indiana Wesleyan, it's number 33, Katrina Blackman, a 6'1" junior. Number 2, Taylor Gosher, 5'8" senior. Number 23, Hutzell Athletic, a 6'1" junior. Number 21, Emma Stahl, a 5'7" junior. And number 24, Tennille Krebs, a 5'10" junior. For your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars, number 3, Brooke Ridley, a first-team All-Crossroads League member this year, 5'10" sophomore, averaging 14.5 points per. Number 33, Paige Frisch, who ranks among the conference best in three-point field goal shooting. Paige is a true freshman at 5'7", averaging 5.8 points per game. Number 34 is Kayla Bear, a 6' senior, averaging 8.9 points per game. Number 10 is Skylar Shern, a 5'7" senior, averaging 20.3 points per game. Skylar is the Crossroads League Player of the Year. And number 25, Janelle Wilson, a 5'7" senior, averaging 13.6 points per game. Of course, Janelle, also an All-Crossroads League performer this season for the Lady Cougars. Folks, in the men's Crossroads League Tournament Championship game, it will be Bethel hosting Grace College. Certainly going to be a good one up in Mishawaka. We have 1 minute to the start of the 2004 Crossroads League Championship game. Once again, this is a repeat of last year's championship game in which St. Francis won. Indiana Wesleyan comes into the hut tonight winners of 7 straight. That was after losing 3 straight. Wildcats lost to Gray, St. Francis, and to Huntington before riding off 7 straight. Dropped them to the number 3 seed in the Crossroads League Tournament. Huntington getting the number 2 seed, but of course Indiana Wesleyan taking care of business this past Friday night, 71-60 against the Foresters at Platt Arena. Folks, we're going to send it down to our public address announcer Jim Shovlin, who will have the starting lineups and the national anthem for today's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hutzell Center on the campus of the University of St. At this time, would you please rise for the pregame prayer? Let us pray. Loving Lord, we thank you for all you have given us, the gift of this day, these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us all safe today, free from harm and injury. Help us to love and respect each other and ourselves. And in the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our minds and hearts. Give us a right faith, a firm hope, and a perfect charity, so that we may always and in all things act according to your holy will. Amen. Please remain standing and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, Indiana Wesleyan University Wildcats. Starting at guard, a 5'8" senior number 2, CL Tourney. Starting at guard, a 5'7" junior number 21, Hutzell. Starting at center, a 6'1" junior number 23, CL Tourney. Starting at guard, a 5'7" junior number 24, CL Tourney. Starting at forward, a 6'1" junior number 23, the Indiana Wesleyan University Wildcats, our coach, Mr. Steve Brooks. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineup. The University of St. Francis, Lady Cougars! Starting at forward, the 5'10" sophomore from Bishop Fluor High School, number 3, Crossroads League. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Crossroads High School, number 10, Skylar Stern. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior from Norwell High School, number 25, Indiana Wilson. Starting at guard, a 5'7" freshman from Norwell High School, number 33, Paige Smith. And starting at forward, a 6' senior from Leo High School, number 34, Mila Pear. Your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars, our coach by Mr. Gary Andrews.
There we have it, folks. The starting lineups for today's big game. In the previous two meetings, Indiana Wesleyan was led by Katrina Blackman, who had 15 points back on February the 1st. St. Francis was led by Skylar Shern, who had 28 points. In the first meeting back on December the 7th, Wesleyan was led by Taylor Gosher, who poured in 28 points. Emma Stahl had 18. St. Francis was led by Akaya Taylor, who is not playing in tonight's game. Brooke Ridley had 19, Skylar Shern had 16, Janelle Wilson had 13. In the center is Brooke Ridley along with Val Salhasky, and possession goes to St. Francis to start this game. Janelle Wilson over the timeline. Looks like Indiana Wesleyan's going to come out in a zone here as Janelle blows right past her defender gets the opening bucket of the game here. Just 14 seconds in, St. Francis up 2-0. Stahl kicks it out to Goshert. Goshert over to Blackman. Near doubled there. Out to Zalhaski. 13-foot jumper is good. We are tied at 2. Nice looking crowd here at the Hut. Not as many people as we had in the first meeting when Indiana Wesleyan was the number 1 ranked team and St. Francis was number 4, but still a great looking crowd. That's Brooke Ridley working from the elbow, working against Blackman. Val Zalhaski with the help defense there, and the first turnover of the game goes to St. Francis. Possession to Indiana Wesleyan. Katrina Blackman with the inbounds into Emma Stahl. Stahl being guarded by Skylar Shern. That's Taylor Goshert, number 2. Gives it up to number 24, Krebs. Back to Blackman. Blackman driving hard against Brooke Ridley. Could not get it to go off the glass. Picking up the loose ball was Janelle Wilson. Janelle's going to settle back, set up the offense. Up top is Skylar Shern. Pass goes to Skylar. Emma Stahl, top of the key with the defense. Looks like Wildcats right now in a man-to-man. Val Zalhaski guarding Paige Frisch, the 2 freshmen. Ridley over to Kayla Bear. That ball got away from Bear, and last touch by number 24, Tennille Krebs, who is a junior guard, 5 foot 10 inch from Bucyrus, Ohio, Winford High School. Inbounds pass goes to Shern. And it's Shern working against Stahl. We got a foul going to be called on number 21, Emma Stahl. The inbounds pass, it's Brooke Ridley. Brooke gets it over to Janelle Wilson. Janelle back up to Skylar. With 20 seconds on the shot clock from the wing, it's Brooke Ridley. Ridley over to Paige Frisch. Krebs has got the defense on Frisch. Janelle now driving from the corner, help defense by Katrina Blackman. And Janelle gets her second bucket of the game from 13 feet out. Cougars up 4-2. And we got a turnover by Wesleyan, so St. Francis will take back possession. So with the inbounds pass, it's Brooke Ridley. And we got a 5-second violation on Brooke, so the Cougars will turn it right back over. From Indiana Wesleyan, Taylor Goshert was all Crossroads League first team performer, along with Brooke Ridley and Skylar Shern. From St. Francis, Katrina Blackman with 12 seconds on the shot clock has it stolen by Skylar Shern. Shern now with Stahl has her back towards Skylar. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Brooke Ridley. Janelle Wilson now throws it up from 18, no good. Goshert comes down with the board. A lot of intensity here in the Hutzell Athletic Center for this championship game. Blackman over the timeline, gives it back up to Emma Stahl. Stahl driving against Skylar. Little spin move, throws it up, no good. Rebounded by Shern. Skylar over half court, picked set by Kayla Bear. Skylar from 16 feet, and it rims in. Skylar Shern gets her first 2 points of the game, extends St. Francis lead to 4. Stahl over to Katrina Blackman. Blackman driving hard against Brooke Ridley, could not get it to go. Janelle Wilson going the other direction for St. Francis. Janelle off the glass. Janelle Wilson now 3 for 3 in this game with 6 points. She has had a great Crossroads League Tournament. Is Janelle Wilson, who is now, 3 of 4 from the field. Goshert takes the feed, pops from 8 feet out, no good. Bear controls the rebound. Had to save that ball over to Janelle Wilson. Wilson now from the wing picks up her dribble down low to Brooke Ridley. Ridley pushing off on Katrina Blackman is called with the foul. That's Brooke's first foul and the team's first. St. Francis this past Friday taking on the Marian Knights in a very physical matchup. Showing no ill effects, though. A big-time victory for Coach Andrews as the Cougars put up 106 against the Knights. Down low, Salhasky, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Kayla Bear. Wilson being guarded by Goshert. Emma Stahl with the defense on Skylar Shern. Skylar goes to Paige Frisch in the corner. Frisch back to Skylar. It's intercepted by Emma Stahl. Now 2-on-1, making a 3-on-1 as Goshert takes it herself off the glass. That's her first 2 points of the game. Pulls Indiana Wesleyan to within 4. Shern with 2 points in this game, picked up by Emma Stahl. Skylar Shern, the senior from Kokomo, Indiana. Transferred to St. Francis from Vincennes Community College. Shern working against Stahl. Stahl working her way through the pick. Skylar picks up her dribble out to Kayla Bear, over to Paige Frisch for 3. Just off the mark, rebounded by Goshert. Paige Frisch on the season. Frisch is shooting 39% from beyond the arc. We are 5 minutes and 15 seconds into this game. Pick set by Brooke Ridley. Skylar now working against Katrina Blackman. Emma Stahl's got the defense on Brooke Ridley. Pick set by Kayla Bear. Skylar from 18 feet, no good. And Goshert knocks it out of bounds, so the possession will stay with St. Francis. Checking in for the Lady Cougars is number 15, Emily Montgomery, who had a huge game against the Marian Knights, a career high 15 points. And Jessica Harrison, who sat out the semifinal game against Marian. Checking in for Indiana Wesleyan will be Erica Isham, the junior forward at 6'2". She's from Tecumseh, Michigan, Olivet High School. Cougar cheerleaders doing their backflips and all. It's just very impressive what the Cougar cheerleaders can do. That is Brittany Tryon, who nearly ran over the referees right there. Every Lady Cougar, it's a prereq that they have to be able to do these backflips. So very, very, very impressive. They are coached by Jeremy Elder, and needless to say, they are some of the most athletic athletes we have on the campus here at St. Francis. Big shout out to the Cougar cheerleaders. As you see, there's Brittany Tryon, who led her high school to a state championship. That's Bishop Dwenger. Bishop Dwenger also year in, year out as one of the finest cheerleading programs in the nation. Cougars up 8-4. St. Francis shooting 40% from the field, holding Indiana Wesleyan to shooting just 25%. Skylar Shern with the inbounds pass goes to Brooke Ridley. Ridley working against Goshert. Katrina Blackman's guarding Janelle Wilson. Skylar Shern being guarded by Emma Stahl. Wildcats in a man-to-man defense as they have been from the start of this game. Janelle reverses direction, and we got a foul called on number 2, Goshert. For Goshert, that's her first foul and the team's second. So Wilson now with the inbounds to Skylar Shern. Janelle back over to Skylar. Skylar nearly lost track of that ball, was able to track it down there, half court. Skylar now working against Stahl. Pass goes to Brooke Ridley. Baseline jumper is good by Brooke, who gets her first bucket of the game. Brooke knocking it down from 10 feet out. That was Tennille Krebs, number 24. Emma Stahl with the ball. Pass goes over to Erica Isham, out to Blackman. Blackman goes up top to Krebs for 3, and it rims in. Tennille Krebs, who averages 7.4 points per game, she's shooting at 37% from beyond the arc, hits her first shot of the game. That pulls Indiana Wesleyan to within 3. Brooke with the pick. Skylar Shern, another pick set by Brooke. As Skylar this time drives right to the hole and puts it up from 2 feet out. Schuyler now with 4 points in this game extends St. Francis lead to 5. Stahl over the timeline. Gets it over to Isham. Isham at 6'2". Definitely adds some size to the floor for Coach Brooks. Emma Stahl trying to get past Janelle Wilson. Blackman from 18 feet out hits the baseline jumper. For Katrina Blackman, that's her first bucket of the game. And so we have a stop in the action here as I think they're cleaning up a spilled drink on the floor. There's 12:45 on the game clock. Janelle Wilson's all set for the inbounds pass. And that's manager Wes Davenport out there helping get this floor cleaned up. So once again, heading back to the last time these two teams met up on February the 1st in Marion, St. Francis winning at 73-57. The Cougars only shot 40% from the field. St. Francis on the season is shooting 48% from the field, the number one team in the country in field goal percentage. And once again, holding Wesleyan to just 34% shooting from the field. Wesleyan's one of the better teams in scoring defense, holding their opponents to, I believe it's right around 52 points a game on the season. That's one of the best marks in the country. Pass goes down to Jessica Harrison, back out to Brooke Ridley. Janelle over to Schuyler. Emily Montgomery camping out in the corner as Katrina Blackman's got the defense on Montgomery. Brooke Ridley takes it from 18, elbow jumper, no good, off the heel, rebounded by Gosher. Emma Stahl bringing it up for Wesleyan, finds Isham underneath, passes just a little bit too high and wide for Isham to handle. So that's the third turnover of the game for Indiana Wesleyan. St. Francis currently has 4 turnovers. Pass goes over to Janelle Wilson. Gosher with the defense. Gosher, first team all Crossroads League performer. A three-pointer by Shern from the wings, no good. Long rebound by Ridley. Schuyler gets the pass right back. Janelle Wilson. Pick set by Brooke Ridley as Wilson throws it up from 3. Another one off the heel, this time rebounded by the point guard, Emma Stahl. Stahl over to Gosher. Isham down low as she kicks out. Gets it back up to Emma Stahl. Katrina Blackman working from the wing. Brooke Ridley with the defense on Blackman. That's just a really neat matchup right there. Number 33 and 3 going at it. Another steal, the second one of the game by Schuyler Shern, and goes coast to coast with it with the easy lay-in. Schuyler's now got 6 points in this game. Cougars up 14-9. Stahl over to Blackman. Isham, Stahl. Jessica Harrison out with the defense on Isham, on Stahl. Isham underneath gets an easy bucket. That's her first 2 points of the game. Wesleyan pulls within 3. Shern over to Janelle with the pick set is Brooke Ridley. Janelle over to Schuyler. Janelle top of the key, driving, floater. Her jumper from 8 feet, is good. Janelle with 8 points. Lots of 8s going on. Cougars up by 5, 16-11. Erica Isham looking for Katrina Blackman. Jessica Harrison got a hand on it, picking up the loose ball with Janelle Wilson. Wilson over to Schuyler Shern. Easy off the glass. Schuyler now with 8 points. Cougars extend their lead to 7. We got a timeout called by Coach Brooks and the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats. Folks, it's a full timeout.
Lady Cougars. Number 1, Jessica Brown. Number 3, Chelsea Miller. Checking for Wesleyan.
10:13 on the game clock. St. Francis up by 7. Indiana Wesleyan shooting 45%, 5 of 11 shooting from the field. St. Francis shooting 56%, 9 of 16. The Cougars with 9 rebounds. Indiana Wesleyan with 4. Newly inserted in to the lineup for Indiana Wesleyan is number 1, Jessica Brown, a sophomore at 5'6". She's from Greenfield, Indiana. And another pass is stolen by Shern. That was Chelsea Winter with the pass. Skylar, another fast break bucket. She now has a game high 10 points, 2 points better than her teammate Janelle Wilson. Skylar's been able to anticipate those passes. She now has 3 steals in this game. As Chelsea Winter, number 3, is also newly inserted into the lineup by Coach Brooks. Foul is going to be called, number 25, Janelle Wilson, her first, team second. With the inbounds pass, that's Goshert over to number 24, Krebs. Krebs being guarded by Bree Reinhardt, who's newly inserted for Coach Gary Andrews. Brown pulls up from 14 feet and sinks it. For Jessica Brown, that's her first bucket of the game. It pulls Indiana Wesleyan to within 7. Shern over the timeline, picked up by Taylor Goshert. Cross court finds Bree Reinhardt in the corner. Over to Janelle Wilson. Wilson working against Jessica Brown. Man-to-man defense for Indiana Wesleyan, as they have been all game long. That pass is intercepted by Erica Isham. Turnover for St. Francis. That's their 5th turnover of the game. Brown working against Skylar Shern. Pick set by Winter. Out to Tennille Krebs. Krebs being guarded by Bree Reinhardt. Pick set by Isham. Isham receives it, and we have a block by Jessica Harrison. She's called with the foul. Looks like she got a little bit of arm with the block as well. So for number 45, that's her first, team's third. So Erica Isham at the free throw line hits her first on the season. Isham shoots 57% from the free throw line, hitting 29 of 51 free throws. She now has 4 points in this game. Wesleyan down by 5. And Skylar Shern top of the key, once again being guarded by Brown. Janelle Wilson back over to Skylar. Skylar pump fake on the three-pointer, driving in the lane, pops, kicks it out to Brooke Ridley. Ridley 12-footer, no good. Rebounded by Jessica Harrison. Nice feed over to Brooke Ridley with the easy bucket. Brooke will head to the free throw line, looking for the and one. Brooke now with 4 points in this game to go along with her 3 rebounds. Brooke had 19 rebounds against Marian just a few weeks ago, and that's the best in the Crossroads League, her 19 boards. Brooke Ridley is a fantastic player for Coach Gary Andrews. Goshert picks up there by Chelsea Winters. Tennille Krebs for 3, no good, rebounded by Ridley. Ridley now with 4 boards. Skylar Shern picked up by Brown, Jessica Brown. Ridley back over to Janelle Wilson. Wilson over to Bree Reinhardt out of the corner. Bree's a 3-point specialist for Coach Andrews. Same with Emily Montgomery and Paige Frisch. Those 3 sub in and out for each other. Janelle driving hard. Looks like that one hit off the bottom of the backboard. Rebounded by Wesleyan. So Brown running the point, working against Skylar Shern. Pitch set there by Winter as Brown is tied up by Jessica Harrison. Heads up play there by Jessica, the senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Snyder High School. Jessica Harrison. Possession goes to Indiana Wesleyan. Goshert with the inbounds pass goes up top to Krebs. Krebs working against Bree Reinhardt. Picks up by Isham. Goshert working against Janelle Wilson. 6 seconds on the shot clock as Goshert's looking to drive. We got a blocking foul called on number 25, Janelle Wilson. That'll be her second, team's 4th. Checking in for Indiana Wesleyan is number 22, Carly Cottrell. Checking in for number 24, Janelle Krebs. Checking in for St. Francis is number 33, Paige Frisch. Janelle Wilson to take a breather. Goshart's inbounds pass goes up top to Cottrell. Cottrell working against Paige Frisch. Frisch did a good job of getting right there. Another stolen pass by Skylar Shuren. Coast to coast, baby, just misses. And we got a jump ball. Goshart's calling for the foul. Brooks is not happy about the call either. Possession's going to stay with St. Francis. Shuren into Bree Reinhardt, back over to Skylar. Skylar being guarded by Jessica Brown. And Skylar retreats back out. Once again, another pick set by Harrison. And I think that was a makeup call right there. Emily Montgomery getting ready to check in for Paige Frisch. Kayla Bear in for Jessica Harrison. So St. Francis up by 7 here. 6:46 left until the break. That's Jessica Brown running the point for Indiana Wesleyan. Feeds down to Isham. Isham fadeaway, no good. Rebounded by Brooke Ridley. Shuren over the timeline. Picked up by Brown. Over to Bree Reinhardt. Reinhardt back over to Shuren. Taylor Goshart's got the defense. Nice feed from Kayla Bear to a wide open, darting Brooke Ridley. Brooke now with 6 points in this game to go with her 5 rebounds. That time it's a pick set by number 3, Chelsea Winter. Goshart over to Cottrell. Reach-in foul called on number 14, Bree Reinhardt. For Reinhardt, that's her first. The team's 6th. Katrina Blackman's going to check in for Indiana Wesleyan, along with Val Sahaski and Emma Stahl. They join Goshart and Cottrell. And we got a foul going to be called on number 15, Emily Montgomery. So Goshart at the line to shoot the front end of the 1-and-1. First one is up and in for Taylor Goshart, who's now got 3 points in this game. Goshart on the season shoots 83% from the free throw line, hitting 134 of 162 free throws. Second one off the back of the iron. So Wesleyan now pulls to within 7. Shuren working against Stahl. Bree Reinhardt pass to Montgomery. Montgomery back out to Skylar for 3. Beautiful looking shot for Skylar Shuren, who's got 13 points now, a game high 13 points in this one. She is now 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Cottrell working against Montgomery, pick set by Val Sahaski. Katrina Blackman now driving from 16 feet out, cannot convert the layup. Coming up the loose ball is Bree Reinhardt. Reinhardt over to Skylar Shuren. Skylar for 3. Opts not to take it. Stahl doing a good job with the recovery D. Reinhardt's got Cottrell on her. Looks like a 2-3 zone as that cross-court pass nearly intercepted by Katrina Blackman. Blackman with the defense on number 15, Emily Montgomery. So Skylar Shuren working against Emma Stahl. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Picks up her dribble over to Bree. Long three-point attempt from 24 off the back of the glass. Rebounded by Cottrell. Cottrell is going to give it up to Stahl, the point guard. Emma Stahl with a handoff to Blackman. Blackman picks up her dribble at 16 feet. Pass to Sahayski. A little bit too hard to handle. That's turnover number 8 for Indiana Wesleyan. St. Francis currently with 6. Erica Isham checks back in for Indiana Wesleyan for Val Sahayski. Steve Brooks not too happy with the turnover there, as he knows every possession is critical for these Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats. St. Francis Cougars just too good of a shooting team from the field. St. Francis is number 1 in the country, hitting 48% of their shots from the field. That's a ranking they've held pretty much all season long. Bree Reinhardt over to Emily Montgomery. Montgomery over to Skylar Shern. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Skylar chucks it up from 25 feet out. Skylar Shern now 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. She has a game high 16 points. Stahl over to Cottrell. Cottrell over to Taylor Gosher. Gosher reverses direction. Looked like she dribbled that right off her foot. Oh, there's a foul on number 14, Bree Reinhardt, her second, team's 8th. Woo, Skylar Shern, she threw that thing up from 25 feet out and sinks it. That's one for the highlight reel. Mike Goings on the camera. He nods, he agrees. As Mike gets ready to take off for South Carolina to escape these frigid temperatures in northern Indiana. Second one no good, rebounded by Ridley. Shern working against Stahl. Nice feed to Kayla Bear. Down low on the block. Kayla with her first 2 points of the game. And the Cougars are rolling up by 24 as Emma Stahl blows right past the defense and gets her first 2 points of the game. Skylar Shern working against Stahl. Skylar kicks it out to Montgomery for 3, and it's good! Emily Montgomery, 1 of 1 from the field. Beautiful looking shot, nothing but the bottom of the net. Stahl now with back-to-back buckets as she is fouled by number 10, Skylar Shern, her first, team's 9th. Stahl with back-to-back buckets now has 4 points. Looking for the 3-point play here. She shoots 76% from the free throw line on the season. No good, rebounded by Bear. Shern being guarded by Stahl there. Gosher had an eye on her as well as that pass to Ridley goes out of bounds. Turnover number 7 for St. Francis. Indiana Wesleyan still with 8. Looks like Mallory Hester, number 12, is going to check in for Brooke Ridley. Roommate checking in for roommate. Valerie, who started off the season on the injured reserve, has really picked up her play as of late. I think she had about 2 block shots and maybe 6 points against Marian last time out. That's number 12, Mallory Hester, the super sophomore. And Cottrell's pass intended for a Stahl connects with nobody except for the St. Francis Cougar bench. So that's turnover number 9 for Wesleyan. So Tennille Krebs going to check in for Cottrell. 2:25 left until the break. Skylar Shern over the timeline. As Bree Reinhardt to her left. Pass goes over to Mallory. Mallory over to Kayla Bear. Bear looking to kick it out. Katrina Blackman got a hand on that one. Katrina Blackman also mentioned in the All Crossroads League. I believe it was 3rd team, as that 19-footer is no good. Rebounded by Gosher. Katrina Blackman, she was an honorable mention All Crossroads League selection along with Emma Stahl from Indiana Wesleyan, as it's good off the glass by Blackman. That's her 4th point of the game. Skylar Shern over half court. Finds Hester. Hester over to Montgomery. Shern kicks it back out to Hester. Montgomery. We got a charge called on number 12 as Hester ran right through, I believe that was Gosher. Neither one of these teams had a member on the all-freshman team, which Brooke Ridley was a part of last year. Pass goes over to Goshert. Goshert to Krebs for 3, and she drains it. So Tennille Krebs now is 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. She has 6 points, and that pulls Indiana Wesleyan to within 8. So we are back to the action here at Skylar Shern. Over to Montgomery. Bree Reinhardt. Bree back to Skylar. So St. Francis currently with 2 3-point shooters on the floors. Coach Gary Andrews normally does, the other one being Janelle Wilson, who's a very accomplished 3-point shooter. Reinhardt looking for Ridley, had it knocked away by Tennille Krebs. Gosher picked up the loose ball. 33 on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. It's a difference of about 7 seconds there. Stahl working against Montgomery over to Gosher. And the pass goes to Tennille Krebs. And the foul is called on Erica Isham. Isham's second and the team's fourth. St. Francis with 10 fouls, Indiana Wesleyan only with 4. It's almost the complete opposite of what we saw here at the Hut this past Friday when Marian racked up 30 fouls against us. It's actually the second time this season they've done that, and we had 17 fouls. Pass goes over to Janelle. Janelle over to Bear. Janelle's got 2 fouls in this game. Has 4 seconds on the clock. Brooke Ridley, hook shot no good, rebounded by Balsa Hasky, and that'll do it. Your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars, the #1 team in the country, takes the 35-27 lead into the break. 15 minutes on the clock, folks. We will be back with you with about 5 minutes left to go over some stats. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hutzell Athletic Center here on the campus of the University of St. Francis for the 2014 Crossroads League Tournament Championship game between the number 3 seed Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats and the number 1 seed, your University of St. Francis Lady Cougars. Let's look at some of the halftime stats. St. Francis shooting 55% from the field on 16 of 29 shooting, 43% from beyond the arc, hitting 3 of 7 three-pointers, and the Cougars are 0 of 1 from the free throw line. St. Francis with 16 rebounds, 5 of those being offensive, 7 assists, 5 steals, 9 turnovers, and 10 team fouls. Skylar Shern was the team's leading scorer. Brooke Ridley with 16 points. Brooke Ridley had a team-high 6 rebounds, and Skylar had a team-high 2 assists. Cougars got 3 points off the bench. 24 points came in the paint. 4 points off second chance points, and 19 points off turnovers. Indiana Wesleyan shot 53% from the field on 10 of 19 shooting. The Wildcats were 2 of 3 from beyond the arc and 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Indiana Wesleyan with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 10 turnovers, and 4 team fouls. Tennille Krebs was the Wildcats' leading scorer with 6 points. Taylor Gosher with 4 rebounds and 2 assists led IWU. Indiana Wesleyan had 6 points off the bench, 10 points in the paint, 0 second chance points, and 4 points off turnovers. Skylar Shern was 7 of 12 from the field and 2 of 3 from beyond the arc with 1 rebound and 2 assists for her 16 points. Brooke Ridley was 6 points, 6 rebounds. Brooke was 3 of 6 from the field. Janelle Wilson with 8 points was 4 of 7 from the field, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. Kayla Bear with 2 points was 1 of 1 from the field with 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Jessica Harrison, 1 rebound, 1 assist in the first half. Emily Montgomery with 3 points. She was 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. She also had 1 assist. And Bree Reinhardt with 1 assist and 1 rebound for the Lady Cougars. Tennille Krebs, who led Indiana Wesleyan in scoring with 6 points, was 2 of 3 from the field and 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Taylor Gosher had 5 points. She was 1 of 2 from the field and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Erica Isham, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 4 points. Katrina Blackman was 2 of 5 from the field. She had 4 points in the first half for Coach Steve Brooks' squad. So both these teams are headed back to the NAIA National Tournament, where Indiana Wesleyan won it all last year. Last year, the Crossroads League had 3 teams in Bethel, St. Francis, and IWU make the national tournament. All 3 teams made it to the Elite 8 round. That's the round where Bethel and St. Francis got knocked out. As I stated earlier, St. Francis, the number 1 team in the country in field goal percentage, hitting 48% of their shots from the field. Indiana Wesleyan brings with them the number 1 scoring defense per game. Lady Wildcats only giving up 52 per. St. Francis also ranks number 5 in the country in scoring offense per game, averaging 85 points per. Cougars rank number 9 in free throw percentage, hitting 74% of their free throws. St. Francis ranks number 9 in scoring margin, beating teams by 18 points, ranks number 18 in blocks per game at 4.2. Lady Cougars in the first half had 0 block shots, but did have 5 steals, 4 from Skylar Shern and 1 from Janelle Wilson. 0 block shots for Indiana Wesleyan. They had 3 steals. Taylor Gosher, Emma Stahl, and Erica Isham all with steals there in the first half as we get ready to start off the second half here. That's Gosher with the inbounds pass to Stahl. Stahl over to Katrina Blackman. Blackman into Val Salhasky. Tennille Krebs. Out to Emma Stahl, back up to Krebs. Janelle Wilson with the defense. As Krebs goes the opposite direction of the pick. Katrina Blackman, spin move in the paint, off the glass, no good. Picking up the loose ball is Janelle Wilson. Janelle up to Skylar Shern, one-on-one with Emma Stahl. Skylar connect, rebounded by Salhasky. Val Salhasky, the junior center at 6'1" from Sylvania, Ohio. Katrina Blackman trying to go down to Krebs. Had that pass stolen by Brooke Ridley. Janelle Wilson over to Bree Reinhart. Janelle now over to Skylar. Skylar being guarded by Stahl. Janelle Wilson working from the far wing. Brings Gosher near court. Pass goes down low to Kayla Bear, who had her shot blocked by Salhasky. Pass up towards the top of the key will result in a turnover for St. Francis Cougars. That's their 10th turnover of the game. That matches Indiana Wesleyan's 10 turnovers. So Stahl's inbounds pass goes up to Krebs. Krebs down to Salhasky. Katrina Blackman from 17 feet drains it. Blackman now with 6 points in this game brings Indiana Wesleyan to within 6. Skylar Shern kicks it out to Bree Reinhart as she nearly lost control of the ball there. Bree up to Janelle Wilson. Kayla Bear with the pick on Gosher. Janelle goes the other direction, driving baseline, no good. Rebounded by Ridley. Ridley gets the putback. Brooke now with 8 points in this game to go with her 7 rebounds. Brooke tied for the Crossroads League lead with 9 double-doubles on the season as Katrina Blackman driving hard. Gets it to go off the glass for her 8th point of the game. Blackman is now 4 of 8 from the field. Janelle Wilson picks up her dribble. Over to Shern. Skylar working against Goshert. Goshert worked her way through that Kayla Bear pick, and it's good. Skylar now with a game high, 18 points, extends St. Francis lead to 8. On the other end, Val Salhasky could not hit. Goshert got the rebound. And she gets called with a foul as well, so that's her second, team's first here in the second half. Skylar Shern. Pass goes over to Ridley at the elbow. Skylar kicks it out to Bree Reinhart. Bree back over to Shern. Shern trying to work past Emma Stahl. They're going to call number 21 with the foul. The armbar, she was trying to keep Skylar Shern in front of her. Skylar now at the inbounds pass. Into Brooke Ridley. Ridley fouled from behind. Gets the bucket off the glass. Will head to the free throw line looking to convert the and one. Called with the foul is number 23, Val Salhasky, her first and the team's third. So 3 quick fouls here, 3 minutes in for Indiana Wesleyan. So Brooke sinks it. She is now 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this game. She has 11 points. Stahl blows right past Skylar Shern, cannot finish. Janelle Wilson bringing it up for St. Francis. And Tennille Krebs now going to be called with the arm bar. For Krebs, that's her first and the team's fourth. Reinhardt with the inbounds pass to Skylar Shern. Shern hands it off to Janelle. Janelle off the glass over Emma Stahl. For Janelle, that's her 10th point of the game. Cougars rolling here in the second half, extending their lead now to 13 points. Taylor Goshert working against Bree Reinhardt, and she is fouled and will head to the free throw line. Goshert is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in this game. She's got 5 points.
At the line for Westman, 2, Taylor Gotcher, shooting 2.
Goshert's first free throw. No good. Goshert shooting 83% from the free throw line on the season. Indiana Wesleyan as a team shoots 72. As Goshert gets her 6th point of the game. Shern over the timeline. 16:05 left on the game clock. Janelle Wilson working against Goshert. Stahl's got the defense on Shern. Cross court goes to Bree Reinhardt. Reinhardt could not hit, rebounded by Krebs. Stahl hands it off to Blackman. There's a feed down low for Erica Isham. We have a foul called on number 34, Kayla Bear. So it's a media timeout here with 15:43 left to play in regulation. Back to the action here as Stahl with the inbounds pass. Goes up top to Blackman. Blackman being guarded by Ridley. Shern's got the defense on Stahl. Katrina Blackman from the near wing, looking down low for Isham. Wildcats work the perimeter. Krebs back to Blackman. Goshert's going to be fouled by number 14, Bree Reinhardt, called with the block. So that's the 4th foul for Reinhardt, team's 3rd. There's number 15, Emily Montgomery, checks back in for St. Francis. In for Reinhardt. Stahl with the inbounds pass up top to Goshert. We got a foul called on Montgomery on the inbounds pass. That'll be her 2nd. The team's 4th. Now Stahl gets it into Blackman. Blackman from 2 feet out has her shot blocked by Ridley. Janelle Wilson looking to go coast to coast, and we got a foul called on number 24, Krebs. So that's Indiana Wesleyan's 5th team foul. Checking in for Wesleyan is Chelsea Winter, the freshman forward at 6 foot from Maria Stein, Ohio, checking in for Blackman. Schern's feed goes over to Montgomery out of the corner. Her pass was deflected and picked up by Krebs. Isham got a hand on it as Krebs gives it back to Emma Stahl. Krebs nearly had that pass stolen. Pass was intended for a winner. Brooke Ridley doing a good job of anticipating it. Just a step short. So Goshert over to Winner with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor Goshert driving baseline. And another foul this time. Well, once again, I should say, called on number 15, Montgomery. Back-to-back fouls called on Montgomery, who picks up her third. And St. Francis now with 5. Inbounds pass goes to Winner. Her hook shot is blocked by Brooke Ridley. Possession to go to St. Francis. It's like Erica Isham was the last Lady Wildcat to touch it before that ball skated out of bounds. Skylar Schern over to Janelle. Janelle looking down low for Jessica Harrison. Finds Montgomery in the corner. Skylar Schern working against Goshert. Over to Wilson. Janelle picks up her dribble. Back up to Skylar Schern. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Janelle. Janelle driving baseline. Looking for the lay-in. It gets it to go. Beautiful looking shot for number 25. That's her 12th point of the game. St. Francis up by 14. Stahl over to Goshert. Stahl over to Krebs. Krebs to Winner. Not a whole lot of movement from the Wildcat offense as Goshert pulls up. 12-footer, no good. Rebounded by Ridley. Brooke now with 8 rebounds in this game to go with her 11 points. Montgomery pump fake on the three-pointer, gives it over to Harrison. Jessica Harrison driving against Isham, just rims out, rebounded by Krebs. Stahl bringing it up for the Lady Wildcats. Over to Goshert for 3. No good, rebounded by Isham. Isham out to Krebs. Goshert this time driving in the lane, kicks out to Isham, back up top to Stahl. Winner over to Goshert, another three-point attempt. This one rattles in. So Goshert now with 9 points in this game hits her first three-pointer of the game. Janelle Wilson over to Jessica Harrison. 8-foot jumper from the baseline's no good. Now out to Montgomery for 3 off the heel. Rebounded by, well, Isham got a hand on it. Janelle Wilson came in to rip it away, and I believe Janelle was fouled. Foul call on number 24, Tennille Krebs, with the push in the back. So a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass goes to Janelle. That Skylar Schern had that shot blocked by Isham. Now Emma Stahl bringing it up. Now we have a miss. Loose ball picked up by Winner. Brooke Ridley was there to tie her up. So possession goes to the Lady Cougars. And Schern gets it over to Montgomery. Schern now over to Wilson. Kayla Baird working down low as that pass is nearly stolen by Krebs. Krebs doing a great job of keeping that ball alive. Emma Stahl now getting it up to Goshert. Goshert driving hard. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Brooke Ridley. Paige Frisch checks back in for Emily Montgomery. Stahl inbounds it to Gosher with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson with the D. Gosher leaning into Wilson, draws the foul, gets it off the glass. She'll head to the free throw line looking for the and one. Taylor Gosher is 3 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Sinks it for her 12th point of the game. So Wesleyan now pulls to within 8. Sherman with 18 points still leads all scorers. Janelle Wilson driving from the corner. Cannot get the lay-in. That ball tipped out by Krebs, tipped out of bounds. St. Francis will retain possession here with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass goes over to Shern. Schuyler working against Stahl, pick set by Bear. The Stahl gets right past it. Schuyler nearly lost her footing there as the pass goes down low to Kayla Bear. Hard off the glass. She's fouled, headed to the free throw line looking for 2. Pushing the back, called on 0, Erica Isham. So for Kayla Bear, this is her first trip to the free throw line. Sinks the first. Bear on the season is a 78% free throw shooter, hitting 86 of 111. Second one's no good. Bear with 3 points in this game. That was Winner with the rebound. Stahl over to Neil Krebs. Krebs over to Winner. Stahl working against Shern. Has an open crease off the glass. Stahl now with 6 points in this game. Shern, top of the key. Once again picked up by Stahl. Krebs with the defense down low on Brooke Ridley as Janelle Wilson gets a pick from Kayla Bear. Her jumper is good from 19 feet out. Janelle now with 14 points in this game. That's second best for St. Francis. Emma Stahl working off the pick. Fadeaway jumper is good by Powell Sahaski. Sahaski now with 4 points in this game. Shern over to Frisch. Back to Schuyler. Schuyler in this game so far is 8 of 15 from the field and 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Janelle Wilson over to Schuyler. Gosher quickly recovers. Her three-pointer rims out, rebounded by Stahl. Emma Stahl, the point guard, now with 2 rebounds in the game. Stahl kicks it out to Krebs. Neil Krebs, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Sahaski, baseline jumper, rims in. Sahaski now with 6 points, and Indiana Wesleyan pulls to within 5. Janelle Wilson back out to Schuyler Shern. Pick set by Kayla Bear. Schuyler from 19 sinks it. Schuyler Shern now with 20 points in this game, extends St. Francis lead to 7. Stahl driving, lay-in is good. Another uncontested lay-in for Emma Stahl as she picks up her 8th point. Janelle Wilson working against Gosher. Spin move. Janelle Wilson gets it to go. Hard off the glass, Janelle with 16 points. Neil Krebs picked up by Paige Frisch. Feed down low, hook shot off the glass for Chelsea Winner. That's Winner's first bucket of the game. Once again, a 5-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Wilson finds Ridley out of the corner. Salhaski knocks it away. Goshert picks up the loose ball. Now Goshert with the turnover. Goshert says that ball went off Janelle Wilson. After her, I'm not sure who the other Lady Wildcat was to touch it. Either way, possessions goes to St. Francis. Indiana Wesleyan now with 13 turnovers in this game to match St. Francis. Inside 8 minutes to play. Jessica Harrison working down low with Katrina Blackman. Skylar Shern over to Janelle. Janelle looking to get past Taylor Goshert, and she is fouled. We'll head to the free throw line to shoot two. Goshert, that's her first, called with the block. It's the team's 8th foul here in the second half. So at 7:41, we have our second media timeout here in the second half. Well, there's just no doubt that these two teams will be playing in the 32-team field that will be announced March the 5th. Once again, the NAIA D2 Women's National Tournament is held in Sioux City, Iowa at the Tyson Event Center. And the 32-team field will be announced on March the 5th. As Chanel hits her first free throw. Second is good as well. Janelle with 18 points in this game extends St. Francis lead now to 7 points. Stahl motioning Katrina Blackman down on the baseline, gets it over to Goshert. Goshert working against Jessica Harrison. She gets fouled and will head to the free throw line to shoot two. Foul called on number 33, Paige Frisch. That's her first and the team's 7th. Goshert once again an 83% free throw shooter on the season. Misses her first in this game. She is now 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Second free throw no good as well, rebounded by Harrison. So Jessica Harrison has 3 rebounds in this game. Janelle Wilson. Pick set by Jessica Harrison. Janelle goes over to Skylar Shern. Another pick set by Harrison. Skylar from 16 feet out. Sinks it. Skylar with the game high, 22. Last time out against Marian, Skylar put up 30 points. Her career high is 37 points, which she's done twice this season. Emma Stahl working against Skylar. Pick set by Valsa Hasky as Stahl doing a good job going the other way. Winner hands off to Stahl. Stahl over to Blackman. 18-footer, no good. Rebounded by Harrison. Foul's going to be called on number 23, Valsa Hasky. Over the back. Excuse me, foul called on number 33, Katrina Blackman. For Blackman, that'll be her first, the team's 8th. Team's 9th, excuse me. So Jessica Harrison to shoot the front end. Jessica on the season is a 53% free throw shooter, hitting 21 of 40 free throws entering this game. Cougars up by 10. As the second one is no good, rebounded by Sahaski. Emma Stahl over the timeline. Stahl over to Blackman. Katrina Blackman driving, and a foul is going to be called on number 3, Brooke Ridley. So for Brooke, that's her second foul and the team's 8th. Blackman hits the first of her free throws. This is her first time heading to the charity stripe in this game. Blackman on the season shoots 65% from the free throw line. Second one's no good, rebounded by Harrison. Janelle Wilson pushing the tempo for St. Francis. Works her way between 3 defenders, and she is fouled. Foul's going to be called on number 21, Emma Stahl, with the reach in. Stahl, that's her 3rd and the team's 10th. Janelle now 3 of 3 from the free throw line in this game. She has 19 points. St. Francis now up by 11. Six minutes left to play here in the Crossroads League Tournament Championship game as the feed goes over to Taylor Goshert. Goshert now with 14 points to lead all Wildcats. Skylar Shern working with that pick from Jessica Harrison. Paige Frisch camping out in the corner. Zalhaski with an eye on Frisch. As Paige looks to drive past her, they're going to call a foul on number 23. That'll be her second. As Coach Brooks is going to call a full timeout. St. Francis shooting 52% from the field, hitting 25 of 48 shots, 33% from beyond the arc, 3 of 9, and 70% from the free throw line, 7 of 10. Indiana Wesleyan shooting 51%, 20 of 39 from the field, 60% from beyond the arc, 3 of 5, and 57% from the free throw line, hitting 8 of 14. Paige Frisch hits her first free throw of the game. On the season, Frisch is a 52% free throw shooter. So Paige now with 2 points in this game as the handoff goes to Blackman. Goshert driving hard in the lane, hits it from 6 feet out. Goshert now with 16 points. Skylar Shern leads all scorers with 22. Janelle Wilson's right behind her with 20. Janelle cross court over to Paige Frisch. Frisch into Ridley. Ridley being guarded by Krebs. Salhaski with the trap. Janelle Wilson for 3. Just rims out. Rebounded by Salhaski. And Brooke Ridley looks getting up a little bit slow for the Lady Cougars. Katrina Blackman from 13 feet Gets it out to Stahl. Stahl with the spin move. Extra pass goes to Valsa Hasky. Possession will stay with Indiana Wesleyan. That was Skylar Shern trying to keep the ball alive. Erica Isham's going to check in for the Wildcats. So with 17 seconds left on the shot clock, Gary Andrews calls for a full timeout. So during that break, Brooke Ridley being attended to by the athletic trainer Casey Costa for St. Francis. In that last sequence, Brooke was slow to get up after taking a spill on the defensive end of the court. She is back up, looks to be just fine. Brooke right now with 11 points in this game and 8 rebounds. Janelle Wilson with 20 points and 7 rebounds. So inbounds pass goes up to Krebs. Emma Stahl. Over to Goshert. Goshert being guarded by Janelle Wilson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Baby jumper no good. As Harrison came down with the rebound. And Goshert doing a good job of trying to rip it away. We got a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Indiana Wesleyan. Stahl with the inbounds pass, 29 seconds on the shot clock. Lob goes to Isham. She nearly has it stolen by Shern and does. Skylar, it's 2-on-2 with her and Brooke. She's going to retreat back. Take some time off the shot clock here as we have 4:15 on the game clock. Cougars up by 9. Janelle Wilson over to Paige Frisch all alone in the corner for 3, and she drains it. Paige Frisch now 1 of 2 from beyond the arc with 5 points in this game. Katrina Blackman driving, cannot convert, rebounded by Skylar Shern. Paige Frisch was just waiting to get going here. We'll see if the Lady Cougars find her again. She's camping out in the corner. On the far end of the court, Brooke Ridley near side in the corner. Janelle Wilson from the wing, reverses direction over to Skylar Shern. Skylar being guarded by Stahl, goes down low to Jessica Harrison. Harrison, one little move and loose ball. Possession's going to go to Indiana Wesleyan. Chelsea Winter checks back in for Erica Isham for the Wildcats. Stahl picked up by Skylar Shern. Finds Gosher out of the corner. Gosher, 6-foot jumper is good. She now has 18 points, 4 points behind the game high. Pick set by Ridley. Shern works right through it. Pass goes over to Brooke at the elbow. Brooke has the ball taken away by Emma Stahl. Stahl now trying to finish with the layup. Cannot. Foul's going to be called on number 10, Skylar Shern. That's her second, team's 9th.
Her second. At the line, 21 in the stall.
First free throw attempt by Stahl is no good. She is 0 of 2 now from the free throw line on the season. Stahl is a 76% free throw shooter. Stahl now 1 of 3 from the free throw line in this game. Schuyler just drives past 3 Lady Wildcats, picked up by Winner. Schuyler from 19 feet sinks it. Schuyler Shern now with 24 points as the Cougars go up by 11. Stahl over to Blackman. Blackman drive in. They're going to call foul on number 3, Brooke Ridley. And they do. The basket is good. Blackman heads back to the free throw line where she is 1 of 2 in this game. She's now 5 of 12 from the field. She has 11 points. Make it 12 points. Kayla Baer checks back in for St. Francis for Jessica Harrison. 2.5 minutes left to play. Wilson working against Goshert. Pick set by Brooke. Pass goes over to Schuyler Shern. Emma Stahl with the defense. Paige Frisch in the corner. We got 8 seconds on the shot clock. Beautiful move by Schuyler Shern to get past Stahl. Stahl now pushing it for Indiana Wesleyan. And the three-point attempt by Krebs rims in. Tennille Krebs now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. She has 9 points. Wesleyan claws their way to within 5. The score is 67-62. Once again, Schuyler Shern leads all scorers with 24 points. She's 11 of 20 from the field, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Brooke Ridley with 11 points, 8 rebounds. Chanel Wilson with 20 points, 7 rebounds. Shern picked up by Stahl right at half court, hands it off to Janelle Wilson. Wilson reverses her direction, gets it over to Schuyler from the wing. Schuyler looking down for Kayla Baer. Baer battling with Chelsea Winner. Pass goes into Baer. Winner knocks it away. Possession will stay with St. Francis. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Shern gets it into Janelle Wilson. 20-footer is good. Janelle Wilson, a beautiful looking shot from 20 feet out. She now has 22 points. Katrina Blackman had to save that ball from going out of bounds. Saves it right to Janelle Wilson. Wilson reversing direction as Stahl is going for the steal. St. Francis right now up by 7. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play. Goshert forced to foul Schuyler Shern. For Goshert, that's her 4th foul. Both teams in the double bonus. Schuyler will shoot 2. This is her first trip to the free throw line in this game. First one is no good. Second one is. So Schuyler now with 25 points in this game. Cougars up by 8. Goshert behind the back. Cannot convert. Rebounded by Bree Reinhardt. Reinhardt hit from behind by Krebs. Tennille Krebs, that'll be her 4th foul. So now Bree Reinhardt will shoot 2 from the free throw line. Bree with 4 points in this game. And she sinks it. Excuse me, that's Bree's first point of the game. Bree is 0 of 2 from the field. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Make it 2 of 2. Reinhardt on the season hit 4 of 8 free throws. Make it 6 of 10 now. Stahl with 50 seconds left on the clock. Wesleyan needs a tray. Krebs is the one to shoot it off the heel. And we got a jump ball as Ridley and Blackman came down with it simultaneously. Possession arrow in favor of St. Francis, 43 seconds on the game clock. Difference of 13 seconds, and Goshert called with the foul right away. That'll be her 5th. She is done. So Goshert's going to leave this game with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. She hit 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point land, 5 of 9 from the free throw line. So Jessica Brown's going to check in for Goshert. Brown has not played a whole lot here in the second half. She played 4 minutes and 15 seconds in the first half, did Brown. With 2 points, she was 1 of 1 from the field. Janelle missed her first free throw. Hits her second for her 23rd point of the game. Cougars up by 11. Stahl picks it up at half court. Looking for a layup. She's fouled by Skylar Shern. For Shern, that's her 3rd. So Stahl now to shoot 2 free throws. Emma Stahl is 1 of 3 from the free throw line. In this game, she's got 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Hits her first. Second free throw for Stahl is no good as it's rebounded by Bear. Bear gets it up to Brooke Ridley. Krebs is going to have to come out and foul. She does not. Now we have a timeout called by Coach Gary Andrews. A full timeout. So 19 seconds on the shot clock, 27.9 on the game clock when we resume play. In the first half, Indiana Wesleyan shot 53% from the field, currently shooting 51%. Cougars shooting 52% from the field. St. Francis shot 55% in the first half. Once again, that was sophomore Brittany Tryon doing her backflips for the crowd. They give her a round of applause. Well deserved. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass was knocked away by Stahl. Indiana Wesleyan will only lose Taylor Goshert, the only senior that's played in this game. Inbounds pass went to Shern. Foul called on number 1, Jessica Brown. Skylar now 2 of 3 from the free throw line as she adds to her game high. She now has 26 points. Second one rims in. Cougars now with a 12-point lead with 25-8 on the clock. Stahl up to Krebs, back to Stahl. Krebs looking to go cross court over to Brown. Tennille Krebs in this game is 3 of 5 from three-point land. 17-7 now left on the clock. Lady Cougars about to wrap up their second straight Crossroads League Tournament championship. Last year winning it at Indiana Wesleyan, this year here at the Hut. Cougars won the regular season conference championship outright. Here winning the tournament championship for a second straight year. And the Cougars do it, winning it 75-63. Your 2014 Crossroads League Tournament champions. Skylar Sherman with 27 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. We got our trophy presentation coming up, and Sports Information Director Bill Scott will also have post-game reactions from the Lady Cougars. Once again, folks, the selection show is March 5th. That's when we will find out who the 32-team field is that will take part in the National League or the National Tournament, NAIA Division II in Sioux City, Iowa at the Tyson Event Center. Lady Cougars shot 52% from the field, 36% from beyond the arc, 75% from the free throw line, hitting 15 of 20 free throws. St. Francis with 35 rebounds, Indiana Wesleyan just 22. Cougars had 10 assists, 9 steals, 15 turnovers, 2 blocks. That was Crossroads League Commissioner J.D. Collins presenting the regular season conference championship and the tournament championship trophy to the seniors, Skylar Shern, Kayla Bear, Jessica Harrison, and Janelle Wilson. I'd like to give a big shout out to Mike Goings, who's running the camera up here for you. And down on the floor, Eric Humphrey. You will see Eric Humphrey's video on the highlight that we'll make from today's game. All of our games that we broadcast are posted at stfranciscougars.com along with the highlight. All you have to do is go to women's basketball and go to the schedule. And we have those games tagged with the specific dates and games to that schedule. Got a good-looking team pick down there for the tournament champion, Lady Cougars. Head coach Kevin Donnelly in attendance here, USF football coach, to congratulate Coach Gary Andrews, whose team is now 33-0 on the season. You have to go back 2 years ago when Davenport took a team to the national tournament with a 34-0 record, and Davenport ended up losing in the championship game to Northwestern. For St. Francis, the Lady Cougars, this is their 11th tournament title. Indiana Wesleyan has won 6, and there's been a possible of 20 conference tournament titles. We got Sports Information Director Bill Scott down on the floor.
I'll get you on the internet real quick.
And he's got Brooke Ridley with him. Take it away,
Hey,
Bill.
Jeff, we've got Brooke Ridley here. Great game, huge rebounding game for Brooke tonight. I don't know what her final totals were, but I know she had a great game. How's this feel, Brooke?
It feels great to add this to our resume, and we're just working to the next step, which is nationals from now on. So.
You get nervous down there when they closed within 5?
Not really. If we get nervous, we'll start turning it over. So we just got to keep our composure and finish the game.
No doubt about it. What did Coach say to you at halftime? Because, I mean, you guys came out, did he talk about them making run at us?
Yeah, he said sometimes we did good on defense. He said it has to be all the time. So we came out and worked hard on defense, and offense will come.
Okay, one of the 12-13 women's champions for the Crossroads League Tournament, Jeff. We'll grab some more interviews here shortly. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Bill. That is Brooke Ridley, who had 11 points and 9 rebounds, just missed out on her 10th double-double of the season. Brooke was 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So Brooke, as a sophomore now, has won 2 conference titles and 2 conference tournament championships, so not a bad way to start her career as a Lady Cougar. Brooke Ridley, who of course, as a Lady Knight, playing for Bishop Lures, made it to 3 state championships and won 1 of them.
All right, we've got Gary Andrews here, another championship for the Lady Cougars. What a game, Coach.
It was a great game, and give them Wesleyan credit. You know, we go up 15. They didn't quit. They keep battling, and you know, our kids kept their composure, hit some big shots. You know, I thought that out of bounds play when Janelle, we ran that, there was 7 on the shot clock, and we're up 5. Janelle got a wide open 6-footer and hit it, and that was the big key.
That's the time when you got to knock those down or you start tightening up, and Janelle was loose as she could be.
She was. She hit a big shot, and they threw it out of bounds. And Sky got fouled. We got the lead up to 8, and they really never threatened after that.
I thought we did a great job at the free throw line finishing things out tonight.
We really did. I mean, we're a good free throw shooting team. I know we're in the top 10 in the country, and I have confidence in our kids, and I'm shocked when they miss them.
All right, there you have it from Coach Andrews, another championship here. Lady Cougars 11-4. That's their 11th Crossroads League Tournament championship. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Bill.
And you heard Bill just talk about that was the 11th Crossroads League championship for St. Francis. Once again, Indiana Wesleyan has won 6 of those. So the two teams combined for 17 conference tournament championships out of a possible 20. Not too bad. As Bill Scott now has sure number 10. Skylar had a game high 27 points. She had 4 assists and 2 rebounds as well.
Okay, Jeff, we've got Skylar Shern here. She helped lead the Lady Cougars to an 11th Crossroads League MCC Tournament Championship. Tell us how you did it tonight, Sky.
Working hard on defense, and our offense came. I think the win on Marian was Friday. Just carried over the momentum into IWU, and we've been playing really well offensively, and our defense was pretty good tonight as well.
What did you guys do to keep your composure in the second half? You knew IWU was going to make a run at us.
Yeah, I think they got it down there to 5 points there at the end, and I told everyone, just slow it down a little bit. Janelle came over to me. She's like, "We worked hard all game. We're not going to give it away." And we were able to get some stops, and they had the foul there at the end to.
We're 33-0 now. You're Crossroads League Player of the Year. There's one more goal ahead of you guys, correct?
Yep. This is what you play for all year, to get to Iowa and win the national championship. And we find out who we play on Wednesday, and we'll start preparing for them on Thursday, and hopefully we can make a run down there in Iowa.
Okay, well, they've got the ladder over there, so I think you've got some scissor work to do. So congratulations, Sky. Great job.
Thank you.
We'll see you out in Sioux City. All right, back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. As you heard Skylar say, this Thursday, the team will know who they play in the first round of the NAIA National Tournament. National Tournament starting on March the 12th. Half the teams will play on the 12th, the other half on the 13th. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in to today's broadcast. Once again, the Lady Cougars back-to-back Crossroads League Tournament champions. We will have some video updates for you when we head to Sioux City, Iowa for the national tournament. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and that'll do it here from the Hutzell Athletic Center. Our last basketball broadcast of the year. We hope you enjoyed it, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm Jeff Mahoney, and up here on the camera with me is Mike Goings. Folks, have a wonderful week.